What's up, guys? Ruben from EsquireLife.com coming at you with another quick video. Yes, my Bentley broke. My Bentley Bentayga broke. And what I mean by broke, I mean it didn't work at all. I wasn't able to drive it. It actually went into limp mode. It was scary because I'm not driving it, but I turned it on, and every single code that this car can have just bloop, 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 just popped up on the screen. I'll actually post a video or include it in the video so you guys can see what it looked like. So at that point, I was freaking out. You know, it was in limp mode. So luckily, the mechanic that I work with is not even half a mile from here. So I actually drove it to limp mode to the dealership, not the dealership, but mechanic. Sorry, I'm all frustrated because I have the bill right here, and I'll show you guys the bill here in a second. Anyway, so I said, okay, maybe it's a new battery. So luckily, the mechanic called me saying, hey, I tried to charge your battery. Your battery's at 60%. So maybe let's get a new one. So I said, okay, no problem. $800 for a battery. Okay. And now I'm not complaining that I can't afford, the things that I do, but it's just the fact that, $800 for a battery. I said, you know what? I just got this car and I'm already investing money, So anyway, and that's when he found the tracker. I posted the video of, there was a tracker on this car, not from me, I don't know who put it on there. So anyway, as soon as he changed the battery, what happened is the car went into limp mode again. And he tried to figure it out, and he says, no, I don't know what it is. So unfortunately, I actually had to send it to Bentley. So Bentley had it for 3 weeks. And finally, they came back and they said it was, they had to do an electronical diagnostic and the ABS controller. I think that's what they said it was, the ABS controller. Like I said, I have the paperwork here. Okay, that's fine. It was $600 for the diagnostic, and then he came back and says, yes, it is the ABS controller. They actually had to contact Bentley and see what the codes were. Okay, what are we looking at? 1,000, 2,000, maybe 3. Okay, I was comfortable at 3,000. $8,900. $8,900 to fix. Granted, it's a Bentley. But it was a Bentley with 17,000 miles on it. And I'm like, holy crap. Now I can understand the battery. Okay, I want a fresh battery. But $8,900 for the actual fixing of the Bentley. And at that point, I'm like, holy crap. Freak. You see what I'm saying? Anyway, I don't know why I said freak. I meant to say something else. But anyway. What's funny is when I bought this car, okay, one of the stipulations when I bought this car at the dealership, and I didn't buy this from Bentley, I bought it from Porsche San Diego, where my Porsche almost burnt down. I told the salesperson, I'll buy the Bentley if you send it to O'Gara and get it fully inspected. If it has one code, one error, I'm not buying this car. I wouldn't have this car right now if it didn't have no errors. So it was there for a week. They called me back and says, yes, it passed, blah, 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 inspection, blah, blah. It passed everything. So I said, you know what? Let's move on with the sale. So I finally purchased the car, blah, blah, blah. Well, anyway, 2 months later, all these error codes start popping up, and that's the purpose of this video. So when I called O'Gara Bentley here in Sorrento Valley, that's when he called me, oh, this is this. And then what's funny is, and this is what conjured up my mind, he said, when Porsche brought the car in to get inspected, when they drove off, right, the car passed inspected, when the driver picked up the car, hopefully this all stories make sense. He was like, yeah, that code popped up. I said, what do you mean the code popped up? Yeah, the guy came in, the codes that you have now popped up when Porsche picked it up. So what we did is we brought it back into the shop, we cleared the codes, and then they took the car. And I was like, what did you just say? Yeah, we cleared the code, so the car was clear. So, they took it back to Porsche and they sold it to you. And I'm like, oh my God. So Porsche knew about this code before they sold the car. So ideally, the car didn't pass inspection. So at this point, no fault. I'm not blaming anybody here. I tell you what, Porsche really stepped up. And they took responsibility. So please don't think I'm blaming Porsche or am I blaming O'Gara coach Bentley. So that's when I contacted Porsche and I was like, hey, there is a code that I have now that was back when you guys sent to inspection, but you guys sold me the car as if it passed. So Porsche came back and says, no, the report is clear. Here's the report, blah, blah. I know that. But the thing is, this happened when they picked it up. So what happened is the report was already done that it passed, but the actual fault came on when they picked up the Porsche. So once they picked up the Bentley, so then they just cleared it and brought the car back. So we went back and forth. And now, once again, shout out to Porsche. They took responsibility. I said, this is not fair. Because instead of buying this Bentley, I was going to buy a 911 Porsche. But I love Bentley, and you guys know this is my second Bentley, so I bought the Bentley because the color and the whole spec was exactly how I wanted it. I said I would have never had this car if it didn't pass. So kudos or shout out to Porsche. They said, you know what? We're going to take care of half the bill. At $8,900, that was still a lot of money coming out of my pocket for a car that I've only had for 2 months. Now, we were able to talk down O'Gara. The great thing about talking to him, and I told him, hey, I'm a veteran, I'm a disabled veteran, blah, blah. The great thing about it is O'Gara coach was able to bring it down to $7,500, and I appreciate it. So you know what? $7,500. But now that Porsche got involved, because of wholesale pricing and dealership accounts, they were able to get it down to, give me a second, $7,327 right there, $7,327. So O'Gara said, you know what? We'll pay half of it. Not O'Gara, Porsche. Sorry, I'm frustrated right now. So I'm like, okay. After thinking, I said, I've only had the car for 2 months. I already invested a battery, and I already invested. I'm about to invest half of 7,327, which was 3,100 some change. I don't know. I don't do math. I said, you know what? This is not fair. This is not fair. I'm still upset at Porsche because it almost burnt my house down. When I returned my Porsche with the burnt plug and all that, never once did Porsche, PCNA, Porsche Company North America, something like that, never once did they call me back and reimburse me to fix my house. Never once. So I'm upset not at Porsche North America. I'm not upset at Porsche San Diego. I'm upset at Porsche. So after talking to the manager said, you know what? We'll take care of the majority of the bill, but you knew, I don't want to get into it. Once again, I'm not going back and forth and saying it's your fault, it's my fault. But at the end of the day, they took care of the majority of the bill. And kudos to Porsche. Kudos to O'Gara coach Bentley for lowering the bill. Now I have my car back, and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying my car, but the only problem is I am afraid to drive the car now because of the fact that you never know what might happen. Once one thing goes wrong, everything else goes wrong. But anyway, guys, I have my Bentley back. I was going to do a video with it, and obviously that got postponed because the car was in the shop. Now I am selling the Bentley. Everything's fixed. Everything's brand new. Everything's covered under warranty. I'm selling the Bentley now, and I need to see what I'm going to get now. So, guys, I just want to come on here just to vent and, just be aware of your cars when you buy them, getting inspected. I should have went up there and saw the car when it was being inspected, but I have other things to do. I'm a very busy person, and I don't know. I just want to make sure that my experience is good, and Porsche recouped themselves, not only because of the taking care of some of the bill, but helping me out through the process. And kudos to Porsche. I already talked to them. I am looking to get a 911 convertible Carrera S. Can't even speak right now. But anyway, guys, Ruben from EsquireLife.com. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.